It's me, Sage Talks Biz again. Alright, so I'm just gonna wait a little bit before I start talking, or if I start saying something important. So, um, as you might have guessed by the title of this video, today's episode we're going to be talking about something that almost nobody talks about, or people just talk about it and they kind of talk about it in passing, and nobody really knows the gravity of what it is, all right, or what it could bring to us in the future, right? So, you know, um, hey, hello. I think I see a few people here, or one person. I'm not sure. Anyways, I'm just waiting for the live to. Oh, hello, whoever you are. Please just let me know in the chat. Whenever anybody joins the live, just let me know who you are in the chat so I can just say hi. And you don't have to be shy. So yeah, even me too, I'm very, very shy doing this. I'm not really a very talkative person. Well, except if you get to know me very well. Anyways, let's just get right into it because I have something I need to do, but I promise you guys a live video every Tuesdays, so here we go. Anyways, what we're going to be talking about is cryptocurrencies that enable staking on their protocol. All right, some of you might know this, some of you might not, but I've actually made a video about this before. So if you want to know more about it, I'm going to have a link in the description of this video so you can just go watch it and see what it's about. So in that video I covered everything about it, at least how you can participate in it. But yes, I have made the video before, but still I just wanted to come on here and say more about this because this kind of stuff is actually what I'm very passionate about, and I feel like nobody's talking about it. Nobody even understands the gravity of it, right? So I decided that, okay, let me just come make another live video, or make a live video about this topic and just explain a little bit more about it. But regardless, I have made a video about this already before, so after this video is done, if you'd like to know more about it, just go to the description, my description, and then I will lead you to where the video is so you can watch more about it. But anyways, if you're just joining, welcome. If you're going to be seeing this in the future, hello, you should join my live every time when I'm live. So yeah, anyways, so what is staking, right? Or what are cryptocurrencies that enable staking on them, right? So, oh, in case if you wonder why I'm looking down, I'm with my book again. So I always write down my thoughts on a note, because whenever I start talking, if I don't write it down this way, I can just end up talking and talking and talking, and it's not ever organized. So by doing this, and we have a live video, so your time is important, my time is important, I don't want to waste your time, so that's why I put it down. So in case you see me looking down, that's exactly what's going on. I'm looking down on my book to see the notes I have put down, so I'll be able to like stream my thoughts much more fluently. It's not as if I don't know these things off head, I know them, but you know, yeah, my thoughts are all over the place. Anyways, now, what are staking cryptocurrencies and why are they important, and why should you own this type of cryptocurrencies now, and why will they even be a big deal in the future, right? So, but before we talk about staking, all right, let's talk about Bitcoin. Okay, so Bitcoin is what started all this. So let's talk about Bitcoin and what Bitcoin has in relation to staking cryptocurrencies. All right, so when Bitcoin was created, all right, in order for the network to run, it needed miners. There's what we call miners, all right? So people who mine Bitcoin, that's what the network needs in order for it to run. Now, these miners have different functions, or they have functions in which they do in the network for them to be able to mine Bitcoin. All right, so like the miners' jobs are, so put this in mind, miners are needed, essential for Bitcoin to run, for the entire Bitcoin network to run. All right, for the value that Bitcoin has right now, miners are like the backbone to the entire network. So just think about how we have all have like light fuses or lights in our house, right? For it to run, we need PHCN, even though in this country PHCN doesn't work. Anyways, it's only when you're in Nigeria you understand the joke I'm saying. But anyways, that's just what I mean. You need miners. All right. So what are the miners' jobs? All right. So the miners' jobs that will make sure the network is safe. So it is safe for you to be on the network and transact on the network. They keep all transactions, all records of transactions happening on the network. So if I send you 1 Bitcoin or 0.1 Bitcoin or however amount of Bitcoin I send to you, these guys make sure that it is tabulated and it is stated on the network that yes, Sage sent so person this amount of Bitcoin. And so basically they're the record keepers. And I cannot send you 1 Bitcoin and you say that you receive maybe 0.5 Bitcoin. That's not possible because these guys are keeping records of all the transactions, and if anybody tries to cheat the network, these guys will see it, okay, and they would basically stop it. In fact, it's not possible because of the fact that these guys are the ones who are safeguarding the network. All right, and they also make sure that the network is always online. So whenever like the current forex market, the current stock market, or the rest of the financial world anywhere, okay, they all close on Friday afternoon. They close. All right, Bitcoin never shuts down. Okay, so it never ever shuts down. Those who are joining me, just say hi in the comment section so I can just say hi back to you guys. Let me know who you are, where you're watching me from. So, and thank you for that. Like, whoever just liked this video right now, thank you very much. If you guys are here right now, like this video right away, because these likes and the fact that you guys watch my live streams, it actually helps me a lot. So definitely do that. Anyways, as I was saying, the miners make sure that the network is always online. So even though we have the banking system of all over the world, the financial system of all over the world that basically closes on Fridays, the Bitcoin network or the miners ensure that the network never goes down whenever. So you can call me up in the middle of the night and tell me that if we have a business deal and you tell me to send you some Bitcoin, I can send you some Bitcoin in the middle of the night and to get to you that very moment, So, oh, Nature's Channel, hi man, what's up man? Nice to see you. Please let me know where you're watching me from. So, yeah. Anyways, let me just keep going. So they make sure that the network is always online and it never goes offline. All right. Now, for the miners to be able to do this, okay, they keep the network safe. They make sure that they keep records of all the transactions, and they also make sure that the network is always online. All right, they need to be incentivized. Okay, so they need to be incentivized by the network. Oh, wow, you're from Nigeria. Nice to meet you, man. We're from Nigeria. I'm in Lagos, so I don't know where you're chatting me from. But anyways, so as I was saying, the miners need to be incentivized so you cannot just come and say, okay, you're securing the network, whatever. I mean, everybody has. Oh, from Osun State. Nice to meet you, man. I'm sure whoever is watching this video in the future is going to be like, oh my god, this guy is talking and then he's like interacting with the chat box and all that. Well, anyways, nice to meet you, man. I'm in Lagos State. So anyways, I lost my train of thought. Okay, so the miners are incentivized by the network to make sure that the network is always online. All right, so basically how they are incentivized is basically the fact that they're gifted Bitcoins from the network. All right, so this is actually what ensures that, because everybody has to eat, right? Everybody has to feed, everybody has to be rewarded for their stress or for their economic input, right? And the Bitcoin network is an economy, all right? So the miners are the backbone of the economy, and then they are rewarded with Bitcoin from the economy. So the miners are the only way in which Bitcoin is created on the network. All right, so there's no other way Bitcoin comes into the every Bitcoin that you own, every Bitcoin that I own is from the miners, and the miners are getting it from the network for keeping the network safe, for making sure that all the transactions are up to date, and so on and so forth. So now the thing about that is that the cool fact about this, that which is leading me to my point about cryptocurrencies that enable staking is that when you're a miner on the Bitcoin network or any other type of network that enables staking on it, okay, regardless of what the market does, regardless of whatever is happening, you have to realize that these networks, Bitcoin or any other type of network that we have, right, that you own, any other type of cryptocurrency that you own, they are all computers, all right? And computers are basically things that they don't have a brain in a way of that, okay, this person said something about Bitcoin is going to crash or anything like that. They just keep doing the function that they've been given. All right, so which means that whatever is happening, even right now that we are in a crypto bear market, all right, everybody's freaking out, but the Bitcoin market or the Bitcoin network itself keeps doing exactly what it's doing. It keeps churning out transactions. It keeps making sure the network is safe. You know, if I send Bitcoin to you, it doesn't stop it. There's no shutdown. You know, if you put that in a traditional system where if something happened with GT Bank, right? If you're in Nigeria, you know GT Bank. If something is happening to them and then somebody is saying something about, even though it's a rumor that, you know, GT Bank, I cannot withdraw from them, or something is really, really fucked up that is happening on GT Bank, and everybody starts withdrawing from GT Bank, like it causes a lot of fear for people to start withdrawing from their bank accounts from GT Bank. What will happen is that because it is human beings that control the network, right? They all have emotions as well, right? They don't want people to, because how the bank works is that when you have money in it, okay, they loan that your money out to people. So the bank don't always have exactly your money in their coffers, right? So which means that now, I'm sure you will say, whenever I go to the bank, I can go and withdraw. So what are you talking about? All right. So, but the thing is that not everybody is going to go and withdraw their money from the bank at the same time. Hello to the new people who are joining right now. If you're, just let me know in the comment section or in the chat box where you're watching me live from. All right. And don't forget to like the video as well. Sorry, I almost choked. Don't forget to like the video as well. So thank you for that. It really, really helps me. It really, really supports me and stuff like that, all that stuff. Anyways, so if the bank, like I said, people who are in the banks are human beings. Like I said, the bank doesn't have 100% of your money, right? Oh, or your Ninja Christ Form TV. All right, nice to meet you, man. I'm really happy that you're here. All right, so the bank doesn't have 100% of your money. The reason why they will stop withdrawals is because they don't have 100% of your money. And also, the reason why you can be able to withdraw your money right now from the bank is because not everybody is trying to withdraw their money at once. So if something happens or there was a rumor about the bank or something and people start, even just like let's say 20-30% of people start withdrawing their money from the bank will cease function. They will just tell you that, oh, we cannot withdraw your money, or you cannot withdraw your money right now. They'll give some bullshit excuse like there's something wrong with the network or something. There's a reason why you can't withdraw your money. Now, that is not happening on the Bitcoin network. The Bitcoin network is a computer. It's literally a computer. That's what it is. It's made up of a bunch of computers. All right. So whatever is happening in the crypto market, right from day one that Bitcoin has been created, it has always just done its functions. It's we human beings, all right, that are just, you know, our emotions are all over the place. So it's we human beings who just kind of like act erratic and makes the price oscillate. All right, one Bitcoin is equals to one Bitcoin, but you know, the Bitcoin is pegged with dollar, which is like the major cryptocurrency, major fiat currency of the world, and everybody knows the dollar. So everybody kind of like pairs it with the dollar. So whenever something, like for example, the price is going down, you know, you can hear some rumor that I told you Bitcoin is going to zero. One person gets scared and then they go and sell their Bitcoin. All right, another person gets scared, sells their Bitcoin, drives down the price of Bitcoin. But what happens to Bitcoin? Nothing. It literally keeps working exactly the way it is. You can literally, let's say Bitcoin goes down to zero. All right, as long as there are miners on the network, it will keep working exactly the way it was because it's a computer. It's not controlled by any human being. All right, but regardless, these miners are there to make sure that it's safe and make sure that everything that is happening on the network is happening according to the way it's supposed to happen, and then they are rewarded with it. Now, my point, that very long talk I was talking, right, it was leading me to this point of the fact that regardless of what happens on the network, the miners are always going to make money. All right, so whoever is protecting the network and making sure that transactions are going on well on the network, they are always going to be making money. All right, and the network is always going to be giving and rewarding those people with money. So like I said, these guys are gifted with Bitcoin, and regardless of what happens to the network, they're always going to be making money. All right, now with that being said, that is the positive side of it. All right, I mean, there's no negative side, but I'm just saying there's just like a little bit of a downside to it. Now the thing is this: in order for all these things to happen, keep the network safe, keep all records of all the transactions to make sure that nobody is cheating each other and nobody can hack the network, and to make sure that the network is always online, it consumes a lot of energy. Whoever just liked the video right now, thanks for the like. Please, if you're watching this live right now, just like the video. It really helps me a lot, right? It makes people see this video after the fact, right? Like I said, sorry, I was saying, the downside to this is that in order to keep this network safe, all right, it consumes a lot of energy. Okay, so now with the way the Bitcoin, I don't really want to go so much into it because this can be a very long video, but with the way it works is that for all this to happen, you need to like have computers that are specially designed to be able to run on the network. All right, and they're called ASICs mining systems. Okay, so with these computers, they make sure that all these things that I've just said happens, but they consume a lot of energy, and you need to buy a lot of these types of computers. All right, now back in the day, just with your laptop, you could mine on the Bitcoin network, but the Bitcoin network is designed in the way that the more people that come into it, all right, the tougher the chance is of you getting Bitcoin from the network is, right? It's kind of like the more people that come into it, the more computing power it needs. That's exactly what, you know, all this stuff is. That's why I say it consumes a lot of energy. So that's one of the downsides. So you could have, I don't know if you guys have seen a mining station before, like where they actually mine Bitcoins. They are like in these big factories, right? A very big factory. Just think of the biggest factory that I can think of, filled with a bunch of computers, right, that all mine Bitcoin. Okay, so by doing that, they consume a lot of energy, and then they need a lot of, like I said, a lot of computers to run, and then they are also capital intensive. So for you to buy all these type of computers, right, they all need money. You need to invest a huge, you need to like put a lot of money into it to be able to get into it right now. So basically, think about this: the network itself, you're protecting it, you're doing all this cool stuff, right? And then you're getting free Bitcoin from it. But in order for you to get this free Bitcoin, you need to have these computers. These computers are not for free, so you have to go and buy them, right? So in order for you to also run these computers, you need constant electricity. So either you have a deal with the government, or you go and buy solar panels, or basically however you need to get electricity, you need to get that electricity. It still costs money. Okay, but even with all this, I'm saying yes, it's expensive and stuff, the miners are still making money, because clearly the price of the Bitcoin asset itself has actually increased by a lot. All right, so which means that even though they're spending this amount of money, they're still making money from the Bitcoin itself, because Bitcoin right now, one Bitcoin right now is about $22,000. Okay, so yeah, it's capital intensive, but you still make money from it. So if you have a couple of millions of dollars, you can also start mining yourself and getting free Bitcoin. Okay, now, so basically with that, it just means that somebody with little money can't invest in it, can't become a miner. But regardless, that's how the network works. All right, so now let's now come into staking cryptocurrencies, or cryptocurrencies that enable staking on their platforms, and why this is much important, or not more important, but much better, or a much better way that makes it very possible for you and I to be earning from the network. So for staking cryptocurrencies, think of all these things that I've just said: keeping the network safe, keeping records of all transactions, making sure that the network is always online. You and I can do that, and then we can get free crypto from it. So think of it in a way of like, imagine if you were getting free Bitcoin. That's exactly what it is, but for other crypto assets. All right. Now, sorry, I turned on my AC and it's too much. Hey, I'm seeing a couple of people in the chat right here. Just so a couple of people are joining the live, so just let me know where you're from, and then while I'm talking. Hey, crypto every day, my man. I recognize that name. What's up, man? How are you doing? Thanks for joining us today. So, oh my God, Lagos is too hot. Even when I turn off the AC, I'm hot again. Yeah, glad to be here. Yeah, I'm glad you're here, man. I'm really glad. I'm really happy you're here. Okay, so let me continue what I'm saying so that I don't waste other people's time. So when we come to staking cryptocurrencies or cryptocurrencies that enable staking on them, nice one, man. You're from Delta State. I'm also from Delta State. I'm also from Delta State, funny enough. But anyway, sorry guys. Let me just go back to what I'm saying. Speaking about cryptocurrencies, staking cryptocurrencies, all right? Basically, staking cryptocurrencies does everything that the Bitcoin miner does, all right? So when you're staking on the network, you're keeping the network safe, you're keeping record of all transactions, and you're making sure that the network is always online and all that good stuff that are good for Bitcoin, okay? And you're also getting rewarded by the network as well. All right, so how do you participate by doing all this? So what if I told you right now that, okay, I can give you $20,000 or $22,000 for free? All right, that's a pretty good deal, right? That is exactly the price of Bitcoin right now. Okay, so that is what I am saying about staking cryptocurrencies. Okay, is that you can be getting equivalent of, let's say, what a Bitcoin is. Obviously they are much cheaper than what Bitcoin is right now, but still you get the gist of what I'm saying. If I could give you a free Bitcoin, you'll be very happy for it. Okay, now to participate in this type of networks, all right, all you just need to do is hold it. Okay, so just by holding it, you are getting a reward from the network. So instead of buying all this bunch of computers, buying all these, capital intensive architecture structure, all right, all you just need to do is buy that cryptocurrency and hold it. And guess what? It consumes way less power. Okay, like all I just need to do is have it on my phone, okay, and that is it. Nothing else. I don't need to buy any computer. I don't need to buy any, run it online, or everything can be done just on my phone, just by holding it. Okay, so this now democratizes it a little bit for the everyday person. So right now, yes, sure, we can go and get Bitcoin, we can go and buy Bitcoin, right? But we can actually right now we can't go and get invested in buying miners, all right, those big computers and stuff like that, right? We can't go and get them because they are very, very expensive. I mean, if you can, you definitely, I mean, anybody can, but I'm just saying that the everyday person can't, because these things requires millions and millions of dollars in order to get started. Okay, so me and you, we can't go and do that. But guess what we can do? We have $100, we have $200, we have $1,000, we have even $10,000. All right, but $10,000 is not going to get you anywhere near started for mining Bitcoin, right? But guess what $10,000 can do? It can just buy a cryptocurrency that you can just take and start getting passive income or a reward from it. All right, so that is basically the beauty of this type of assets. All right, hey guys, can you guys still hear me? Please let me know in the chat box if you can still hear me, or if you can still see me. I hope I'm not offline. That would be very terrible if I'm offline right now. Am I still online? Oh, awesome. Crypto every day. Thanks, my man. You saved me. The last time, if you guys remember, I'm sure you were here. So I think you were here the last time. So I was making a live video. A call came in and just disrupted my live. I had to like split the video into two. It was so annoying. But I'm glad I'm still online. So, anyways, I'll soon be done now. So let me not just rant and rant for too long. Anyways, like I said, let me like just brief all what I've been saying so far. So, Bitcoin was created in order for the Bitcoin network to run effectively. All right, man, I can see you can hear me. All right, so in order for Bitcoin network to run effectively, it needs miners, right? All right, these miners are the ones who keep the network safe, make sure that all the records of transactions are all good, make sure that the network is always online, so whenever I wake up any time of the day, I can always send you money. Right now, by them doing this, they are rewarded with a Bitcoin. Now, Bitcoin has value, just like many other cryptocurrencies out there have value. All right, so this is such a big deal that nobody's even talking about it. But anyways, by doing this, they are making money. Okay, so a miner can go to sleep, a miner can basically do whatever they want to do. They just have systems running that are just making them money. Right now, Bitcoin is worth about $22,000, and I am very, very sure, personally, I am very sure that we will get to one Bitcoin worth $1 million very, very soon. When I say very, very soon, maybe like 5-10 years, but it's gonna happen. Trust me, guys. But that's just my own personal opinion. So for these miners, they're just doing whatever they want to do, and then let's say Bitcoin is now $1 million. They're literally making $1 million every day or every few days or however it is, right? That is the beauty for staking cryptocurrencies. All right, so for staking cryptocurrencies, like I said, you are doing all these things, but the same way that a miner is being rewarded with a Bitcoin, you're rewarded with one or more of these staking cryptocurrencies, and the way for you to basically participate in them, mind you guys, this is part of the network. There is no body that you're going to go and meet to help you to do these things. You can do them from your own private wallet. All right, so by just holding it and participating in the network, which does all these things automatically, you're also getting rewarded by the network itself. So whatever crypto assets that you have that enables staking on it, okay, let's say it's worth $1,000 in the future, or it's worth $10 or $5 or $100 or whatever amount is worth. All right, that is still money that you're making. Okay, so anyways, like I said, all you just need to do is hold it, participate in it, and then one beauty for this thing is that it increases the value for your time, which comes back to my point again, is that you can be doing anything. You know, one thing that we have that is very, very valuable to us in this life is our time. All right, and in the type of world that we are in right now, our time is very closely linked to money. Okay, your employer pays you for your time. When you have a business, your customers are paying you for that time that you have invested into that business. Okay, so one thing that it's funny, we have our time on earth is very finite. All right, but you know what is even more like much more finite is the money that we have. Okay, so which means that your time is not so much on earth, but what you even have a little bit less of is money, and that money is closely linked with your time. Now you need to go to work. Most of us that have a job, right, go to work like sometimes crazy hours of the day. All right, go through, if you live in Lagos, go through Lagos traffic, which takes a lifetime from you just by doing that, and then you're still paid very, very little. Okay, so when you think about it, something like this basically gives you that value for your time back. All right, so what if you could be getting paid exactly what you're paid right now in your job, right, but for not doing anything? Okay, this is something that is such a big deal that people, I mean, I'm sure you guys get it. Everybody gets this. They understand that, yes, a way for you to be truly free, a way for you to truly achieve freedom is by getting time, for the value for your time. All right, so that way I can do whatever I want to do. I can do whatever my heart truly desires, and I don't have to worry about money. Okay, because with my time I can do whatever. Anyways, sometimes whenever I get like this, I just get a little bit into whatever I'm saying, but you get what I'm saying, right? So with this, you can be able to achieve financial freedom, and you can be able to basically just do whatever you need to do, all right, or whatever you feel like doing. Okay, so that is basically the beauty about, you know, these type of assets, and why almost nobody is talking about it. All right, so and it's kind of weird because when you think about it, crypto is not going anywhere. All right, so I don't know, like, if you really think about it, if I say Bitcoin is going to be worth $1 million, okay, I believe it. Whatever you want to believe, see, there was a time when Bitcoin was literally worth $10 or $5. If you told people then that Bitcoin was going to be worth $22,000, mind you, Bitcoin has gone high to $69,000, and then right now it's in $22,000. If you told people that Bitcoin was going to be $22,000, they will laugh at you, right? But when you understand the type of value that Bitcoin and other cryptocurrency assets offer you, all right, or offer people in the world, you will realize that, wow, this thing is very, very cheap, and it's going to be worth way more than it is right now. When I say Bitcoin is going to be worth that much, now think about, for those of you who already know staking cryptocurrency, think about any type of altcoin that you're holding. Imagine it has staking. Like, for example, let me just give one example. Then Cosmos, or let me say Cardano, right? It's a staking cryptocurrency. Cardano right now is worth 45 cents or 50 cents or thereabout. By the time Cardano gets, or by the time Bitcoin gets to $1 million, how much do you really think one Cardano is going to be? Right now, you're looking at it that is 45 cents, right? But when Bitcoin's value has risen so much, mind you, right now, Bitcoin controls like the rest of the market. Whatever Bitcoin does, the rest of the market does. When Bitcoin is like $1 million, these other cryptocurrencies as well, they will be worth like $1,000 or something like that, right? Now, I'm not saying that Cardano will be worth $1,000, but I'm just saying that it will because Bitcoin controls the rest of the market, so all these cryptocurrencies as well, they will increase with the rest of the market. All right, so now is the best time to get into this type of cryptocurrencies, now that things are cheap, now that they are cheap in price. And people, it's like nobody gets this, right? It's like everybody cares about, oh, how much the price of Bitcoin is, or how much the price of Cardano is, or any other cryptocurrency is, or Ethereum, or whatever it is. Like, that is not the point. The point is to accumulate as much as you can now, so that when that future comes and then these things are worth so much, just like those people that bought Bitcoin when Bitcoin was like in $100, right? When Bitcoin was worth $100, people bought Bitcoin and they still hold it now. Now, the thing is, Bitcoin, there's no staking on it. So you and I can't earn from it, like I said, except if you have millions of dollars to invest in the mining equipment. But with these other cryptocurrencies, you can buy them now. All right? You can buy them now, and then they are worth a lot in future, right? And then you can now start getting passive income from them. So instead of spending, if you have, like, let's say the future comes and then you have like $100,000 or $200,000 or even $500,000 worth of these assets that you bought for pennies now, right? And then you don't have to even now touch the $500,000 or however amounts that you have that is satisfactory to you. You don't have to touch that. All you just have to do is now earn from the, you know, staking mechanism. So you're now rewarded, like, let's say Cardano is worth like, I don't know, $100 or $500 in the future. So at that point, if you're earning, like, let's say 3 Cardano or 4 Cardano in a day, right? 4 ADA in a day, that's $2,000 you're earning per day, right? So I don't want to go off on a tangent. This is why I wrote all these things down. This is why I always have my book, so that whenever I get like this, I can just focus back to what I'm saying and then just, but you get what I'm saying, right? So anyways, now things for you to know about this type of assets is that there are different types of staking coins out there, right? So different types of staking coins, they offer different types of rewards as well. So something like Cardano is one of the crypto staking coins. Those ones, that one offers on an average of 5% per year. So which means that if you hold 1,000 of it, or 2,000 of it, or 10,000 of it, you'll be getting 5% of that per year. But it's averaged down to like daily. All right, so for example, you have 10,000 Cardano, 5% of that is, if I'm not mistaken, 50, right? So you're getting 50 Cardano in a year. So you divide that by 12 months, it averages like around 4 Cardano, 4 ADA that you're getting per month or something like that. And then you can still break down into daily. So you're getting it per day. So it's not like you have to wait for a full month before, or for a full year before you get your reward. So the different I was taking cryptocurrencies, there are some that offer as much as 17%, like Cosmos. Some offer less, different types. So because of their different types, and just because I say that some offer more percentage-wise than others, doesn't mean that you should not do your own research on which one to hold. All right, so some cryptocurrency, I'm sure there's a cryptocurrency out there that probably offers you like 50% or something like that, right? But it doesn't mean it's a great cryptocurrency. The reason why Bitcoin is what it is because it's Bitcoin and it has value, and people know about it and it has real value. That's why it's worth what it's worth, right? But I cannot go to another cryptocurrency just because somebody else is telling me that, oh, we are going to give 50%. That 50% can be 50% of nothing. All right, so you have to do your own research to make sure that these cryptocurrencies that you're trying to hold, they actually have real value and people are actually going to get into them and stuff like that, which will increase their value. If not, you just end up buying them and then it's not worth anything. All right, so another thing you should also know is that, yes, you can also stake on exchanges or you can stake on your private wallet. So now, my preferred way to do this is to stake on a private wallet because remember what I said earlier, you do not need to give anybody money or you do not need to give anybody to, this is done on the protocol network, on the protocol level, which means it's done on the network. All right, so which means that I can just have it on my private wallet, even delete the wallet, and the network will still keep giving me rewards on it, right? But if you know that you're not, technically feasible to be able to do that, or technically savvy to be able to do that, sure, you can hold it on exchanges as well. Exchanges like Binance, KuCoin, and the rest, they offer these ways for you to be able to stake these cryptocurrencies. But just because of your staking on these networks, on these exchanges, doesn't mean that you'll be getting as much as what you will get if you were staking it privately. Because when you're staking it privately, there is no middleman. That's the point of why I wrote this point here, is that there is no middleman. When you have an exchange is basically doing what you would do on a private wallet, but doing it on their own private wallet and then giving you part of the rewards, okay, for what they are earning or from what you are earning. So if I put $1,000 on Binance to stake on Cardano, I think theirs is like 2.5%. So when I'm staking Cardano on my private wallet, it's like 5%. All right, but then Binance is giving me 2.5%. It means that they're taking the whole other 2%. Okay, so that's how you should think about it. So if you know that you're not technically savvy, sure, fine, you can do it on the network, but just know that you're not going to be earning as much as somebody who is doing it on a private wallet. And like I said, I've made a video about this already, so I'm going to have it as soon as I'm done with this live. I'm going to have it in the description so that you guys can go watch it, those of you who have not watched it, so if you're watching this video in future. Now, another thing I want to say also is that this doesn't mean you should not hold Bitcoin. Yes, I wish I bought these cryptocurrencies when they were like even cheaper than they are now. That's why I'm always crazy about buy the dip, because once you understand these assets, right, you know that, God, this thing is not going anywhere. This is the new finance. This is like, once you understand cryptocurrency as it is, the blockchain, everything. You understand that this is not going anywhere. You know what they say, too big to fail. That's exactly what Bitcoin is right now. I mean, Bitcoin is still young, anything can happen, but you understand that this thing is not going anywhere. Anyways, my point is that where I'm going to is that, yes, once you understand that this way is going to be the new way for people to actually be able to be financially free. Some of us, in fact, most people in our age group, most people that are probably even younger than us, okay, some even older than us, in the next 10-15 years, we will have like a new source of wealth, right? People will not be able to explain it, but okay. So what I'm trying to say is that, you understand how some people, they just have money and you're wondering where this person gets money from. Okay, and then some people in Nigeria, if you stay in Nigeria or in Africa, they call this blood money, like, or the guy is a yahoo guy, like the guy just made money. Or that basically what I'm trying to say is that most of us, this is how we are going to make that type of money. All right, if not, like, this is going to be the new way of financial freedom. All right, most people are going to be making money. I'm sure you've heard of old money, that type of thing, right? Old money, people that were making money the same way that this is an opportunity for people to jump on, right? Back then, in the days before any of us were born, probably, or when we were just born, there are people who were making money back then, who were into oil, who were into like industries early, right? And then now we call them old money because they started it very, very early, and then they were able to get on board and amass this amount of wealth, right? That is how we are going to do it, most of us. All right, I'm not saying it's going to be the only way, but most of us, most likely, most of us that take this thing seriously, most likely this is what's going to give us our greatest wealth ever. All right, so like I said, what I was trying to say is that it doesn't mean you should run away from Bitcoin. So just as much as, yeah, sure, I want to hold this stuff and accumulate as much as possible, you should not forget that Bitcoin controls the rest of the market. Bitcoin is the market right now, and I personally believe that Bitcoin is going to be worth like millions of dollars in like maybe 20 years time or something like that. 20 years time, you will still be alive. You don't plan to be dead in 20 years time, do you? All right, yeah, sure, we don't know what's going to happen, but it doesn't mean we're not going to plan for the future as well. So, because people usually come to me, like a few people have actually told me that right now, Bitcoin's price is very, very high. Even right now, like, it's very, very high. But the thing is that when you understand that something is going to be worth times 100 of what it is right now, Bitcoin is going to be worth, I know that Bitcoin is going to be worth $1 million at least, right? And I'm even sure those people who are watching this video who have actually participated or been part of the previous bear market, you will understand that once Bitcoin starts moving up again, it's definitely going to pass $100,000. Guys, one Bitcoin, for it to be $100,000, that's a lot of money, right? So basically, this is why I like writing my things down, so I'll not be talking all over the place. But anyways, what I'm trying to say is that you should still accumulate it even at its price right now, because even right now it's very, very, very cheap. Okay, so buy Bitcoin. You should not stop from buying Bitcoin, but guess what is cheaper than Bitcoin? These other assets as well. So when you buy them as well in tandem with buying Bitcoin, trust me, it's going to make you a lot of money in the future. All right, so anyways, that is it for this. I'm sorry if I was rambling too much. Like, sometimes I get so emotional about stuff, and then, you know, I can just start talking, and because I'm so passionate about it. But anyways, if you guys have any questions, please put it in the chat box. If not, I can just leave, because I know I have been rambling. Yeah, I'm sure some people even probably left because I was rambling too much. So don't worry, this is something that I'm still new to. So I've not been able to like properly gather my thoughts. At least the first step was, you know, putting it down on this piece of book. So yeah, that was the first step. Next step is knowing how to like properly just convey my message and go to the next point. But then again, I guess that's why I do this live, so I can kind of like talk freely, because whenever I'm making my videos, I'm giving it like, I have to like make it in a very, very short time. If not, most people are just going to log off, right? So there are a lot of things that I always want to say in my videos, but I just end up like editing it and cutting it short. So anyways, does anybody have anything that you guys want to talk about? It doesn't have to be about this stuff. It can be about something else. We can talk about it. That's why I do this live. Crypto every day. Are you still here? Anyways, I guess that's it for now. I don't know if I'm still online, but I guess I'm just gonna call it off here. It's been nice talking to you guys. Whoever is listening to me right now, I appreciate you, man. Thank you for liking the video. I really appreciate that from you guys. I'm sorry if I got into whatever I was saying. Oh yeah, sure. I'm gonna put the link to the video I made reference to. Yeah. Oh, I guess you've not watched the video yet. It's about the future of passive. That's what I titled the video, the future of passive income. But I'm gonna put it in the video. Thanks, man. Really, thanks for your support, man. Crypto every day. I've been seeing your comments and stuff like that. Like, thank you for interacting with my channel, man. Like, I really appreciate it. People like you are the reason why I come here and do this, because honestly, I felt like I would have given up on this YouTube thing a long time ago, because yeah, I don't know, I just started it, and then I started it because I was bored. Actually, I was bored, and I also wanted to make quick money, so I was like, let me just go and do this YouTube thing. And then I did it, and I was like, oh my god, this thing is so tiring, right? But then I just kept at it. I just kept at it and stuff. Like, even when I was not making any money, I just kept at it. And then yeah, so whenever I see comments like you guys, and whenever I see people that actually interact with my content, I'm really always appreciative of it. So I really thank you so much for that. I really appreciate it. So anyways, I guess I'll be taking my leave now, and I'll definitely not forget to put that link in the description. So I'll be coming with another video on Saturday. So yeah, and also my I hope I meet you soon too, man. I really hope we meet someday too. I'm also from Delta State, so who knows, right? So one thing I wanted to say though was that yes, I realized that my YouTube video I made last week Saturday, all right, about yes, Bitcoin is going down and stuff like that, I still believe in that, right? I still believe in it, even though right now that yes, we are seeing Bitcoin going back up. Bitcoin has always done this, all right? It has always just done this thing. It should be going up for a while and then to come down. But the reason why I made that video that I made is because I saw a particular pattern, which will take, because I'm a technical trader, right? So we kind of like, technical traders are those who kind of like analyze the chart, draw type of lines, and then see a pattern. And then basically that's basically what it is, right? We see a pattern, and then we kind of see, okay, we anticipate that okay, the market might be moving down. It doesn't mean that the market will move down or move up, but it's kind of like before the market does anything, it gives a signal most of the time, right? So that stuff that I saw on the chart in my last video was actually something that had happened. It had happened like 2 or 3 times in the market, in this Bitcoin bear market that we've been in right now, right? It happened all the way from when the market was coming down from $69,000 to $50,000. That exact same pattern happened. From $50,000, it dropped down to $27,000. The same pattern happened. I think when it dropped down to $27,000, I think I drew that pattern, right? It happened, and now it's happening again. So I'm not saying that it's definitely going to happen, because these things are kind of like, they're suggestive. So it's kind of like, almost like it's telling you that it might happen. So you just kind of like prepare for it, and then most of the time it happens, sometimes it doesn't. So the reason why I'm saying this right now is just to, like, for those people who probably watch the video and they're like, oh my god, this guy is full of shit, he doesn't know what he's talking about. I know what I'm talking about, and I have seen this play out multiple times. So it's kind of like there's a chance that it could happen again, right? So that's why I made that video. And right now that thesis has not been, like, you know, what's the English I'm looking for, like, nullified or something like that. It has not kind of like, it has not gone away, all right? So one thing with a trader is that you see something and you follow that pattern until the market gives you another one. And right now the market has not given me another one. In fact, right now for Bitcoin, for me to believe that yes, we're going to start going up for Bitcoin has to cross $30,000, all right, give or take. okay, before I'll say yes, okay, we are back in a bull market. Right now we are still in a bear market. Even though Bitcoin is going up, trust me, all that stuff right now is very, very insignificant. So to me, I'm still looking to buy the dip at lower prices. But even if you buy Bitcoin at these prices, you're still buying at a very great price, as long as you're holding it for the long term. All right, so that's something to keep in mind, because you know, this type of thing, it should not stop you from buying it whenever you can, because at the end of the day, when you're holding for a long time, like I said, this is something that I believe personally, that Bitcoin will be worth $1 million. And I'm not just the only one that believes this. A lot of people believe this, that are more richer than me, more wealthier than me, and know more about economics than me. They believe that this thing will be worth. Bitcoin's price is extremely cheap right now. So when you know that you get something that is going to be worth like $1 million or something in the future, even if it takes 10 years, if you can buy it now, today, at present prices, that's something. So I think the very first live video that I made, I said is that right now, if you're trying to buy 10% of a Bitcoin, it's going to cost you $2,000. $2,000 is like, I don't know, 1 point something million naira. I understand that not everybody has that type of money, but when you think about what I just said, that Bitcoin in the future, I believe is going to get to $1 million. Okay, now 10% of a Bitcoin now starts sounding like a lot. Now 1 million naira that you're going to be spending to buy 10% of a Bitcoin right now, it's like nothing, right? So when Bitcoin is now worth $1 million, 10% of that is now going to be $100,000. All right, all these things, people just have to think about it. Everybody is so obsessed about the price right now, and I'm like, guys, nobody cares about the price right now. Like, I know most people do, but you shouldn't. When you understand this thing, you would know that this thing is going to make you a lot of money. But just buy it. Like, just buy as much as you can. I mean, I'm not saying you should go and spend all your money, not financial advice, obviously. I'm not saying you should go and spend all your money to go and buy Bitcoin, but I'm just saying, when you understand where this thing is going to, something that has already gotten to $69,000 and then it dropped down. All right, so even when it was at $69,000, that means 10% of that was $6,000. So $6,000 is like 3 million naira or 4 million naira in today's exchange rate. That's something. Now I'm saying, obviously, this, whatever the Bitcoin market is doing now, it has done that 1,000 times. Well, not really 1,000 times, but has done that before, and it has always come back up. So when the Bitcoin market comes back up again, it's going to easily pass $100,000, which means now when you now have 10%, which you've bought it, like let's say 1.2 million naira now, right? That 10% when it passes $100,000 is now going to be $10,000. $10,000 is now going to be about 6 million naira in today's exchange rate. 6 million naira. You literally have 6 million naira. Now it gets to $500,000. 10% of that is $50,000. Now you have about 50 million naira. Is it 50 million naira? A bit 30 something million naira, but tens of millions of naira. So you get what I'm saying? Anyways, I don't want to make this thing too long, but you guys get the gist. So this is what I'm saying, that when it comes to these cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin, or these ones that enable staking on them, buy everything. Don't say you don't want to buy Bitcoin because of, oh, this staking cryptocurrency is the future. Yes, it is the future, but I mean, why can't you also buy Bitcoin as well, which is most likely going to control the prices of every other thing? Right now, Bitcoin is the leader. Bitcoin is the major cryptocurrency. Whatever Bitcoin does, the rest of the crypto market does. So when Bitcoin gets to $1 million, is it not better for you to like have even 10% of that, even 5% of that? If you cannot afford 10% of that, afford 5% of that, right? It's better for you to still have that while you still have another asset as well that is paying you free money to just hold it. Okay, when Bitcoin is $1 million, like I said, these other cryptocurrencies will be worth way more than they are worth right now. Cardano, probably like $100 or $200. All right, but that's because Bitcoin is now worth $1 million. Okay, so, and if you don't understand what I mean by, oh, when Bitcoin is worth this much, you know, these other cryptocurrencies are also going to be worth that much. I also made a video explaining, I think it's about Dogecoin versus Shiba Inu. I explained market capitalization. So anyways, I'm going to leave everything in the description below, because I don't want to kind of like start twisting my words right now. But yeah, I'm just saying that when Bitcoin is worth a lot, these other cryptocurrencies are also going to be worth a lot as well. So buy them now. They are very, very cheap. Anyways, you see why I like writing down stuffs, right? Because I'm kind of repeating myself right now. So I guess I'm just going to end it here. If there's no more questions, there are no more questions for me, I'm going to end it like 10 seconds. So If there are questions, please just let me know in the comment section right now, or else see you guys when I make my next video. Honestly, I really appreciate the love you guys are showing me, man. I really appreciate it. And if you've not liked the video yet, please like it. It really helps me out and all that good stuff. So all right, so I guess that's it. I said I was going to make this video like in 20 minutes. I was going to be done with my live video. Guess what? It's almost 1 hour later. Wow. Anyways, all right, thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate it. And yes, crypto every day. I hope we meet someday. We probably will meet someday, we don't know, but anyways, thanks for your support, and I will see you guys this weekend on Saturday. Yeah, my next video, if not till next week for my live video. All right, guys, take care. Cheers.